Hi, Akhil.
No, it is the last session.
It is, yeah, today's the last session. But you will get to know when there are more sessions and you can apply for them or you can participate in them. Yeah, there might be more sessions. Happy Holi, Nitesh.
Ma'am, we have to submit the project. What?
I don't think for this one you have to because it's mostly um grammar and pronunciation. I already sent you the grammar exercise, right? Did I send you the grammar exercise? Wait, let me just check. Pooja, did I send you the grammar exercise for them? Yeah, I did. I actually
Then
did.
how did we get the certificate regarding this?
I will discuss that with Pooja, but I don't think an assignment or project is needed for this, or even a test for that matter, because it was more about you guys understanding the concept of accent. So I will discuss with them how you will get certified for this. I'm not really sure, but I'm not sure how we can test whether you've learned it or not. Also, you didn't have enough time to learn. So, hi, Tanya. Good evening. Hi, Namrata. Okay, guys,
Hello,
just letting.
good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Namrata. You looking better today? Not so tired. Okay. Um, so guys, just letting you know, today the college is also a part of this meeting, so you should be at your best behavior. Good evening, Chetan. Hello, Pankaj.
Yeah, very good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. All right, we can start in a minute. Good evening, Ayush. Where are my... Oh, Sujal is here. Sujal, you want to turn your camera on? All right, guys. Do we have any questions from... Good evening, ma'am. In a train. Ah, okay. No problem, Sujal. Are you going home as well for Holi? All right. Guys, do we have any questions for anything that we've covered so far? Anything that is pronunciation or grammar related or anything at all? No? Oh, Sujal, that is cool. Okay. Is Nandini not here yet? Good evening, Akshita. Okay. Guys, do you wanna turn on your cameras, everyone? And also, if you have questions or comments, guys, try to send them in the chat box to everyone. Don't just send them to me because sometimes, the questions that you ask are relevant to everyone, and then I have to read them back or copy paste them again. So it's just better if you write them for everyone. Yeah. Okay. We have way less participants yet. I think we have about 15 or 16. Mm. Okay. All right, guys, let's start. Again, do we have any questions about yesterday? We're starting a new topic today, which is syllable stress. We did talk a little bit about it, but I just didn't tell you yesterday that it's called syllable stress, but we covered some elements of it. Do you remember how, who was it who asked me? Was it Sakshi who asked me the pronunciation for the word process? And I told her the pronunciation in American and British accent, how it's process and process, but also when the word is used as a noun versus a verb. And when you use it as a verb, we stress on the last bit and we say process like that. Do you remember that bit? So we'll be doing a little bit more of that today. We'll be covering syllable stress. And let me explain to you what it is. My concern is only this, that we are only like 25 people, and I'm explaining the concept of syllable stress, and most people will miss it. That's my concern, but I guess I can revise it a little bit later. Yeah, Pankaj, look here. So we'll be discussing syllable stress. And do you remember how, hello Prachi and Akshita, hello. Okay. Nandini, Nandini with her trademark comment. Good evening, Nandini. Good to have you. So I'm explaining the concept of syllable stress, guys. Good evening, Manjar. And do you remember how I keep saying that syllable stress is the key to pronunciation? And once you understand syllable stress, you will forever understand how pronunciation works. And then you will just automatically get better at it. So I will explain to you how syllable stress works. It's just 25 people. I'm feeling bad that I'll have to do this again. All right, guys. So for syllable stress, to understand syllable stress, we'll first have to understand what a syllable is. Have you ever heard this word before, syllable? Does anybody know what it means or it could mean? Any guesses? Today, Tejas is not here. Sujal is here though. Sujal, any thoughts? Good evening, Aditya. No? Okay, I'll explain it to you. So basically, guys, when you take a word, let's take a longish word. For example, let's take the word pronunciation. Now, I can break a word into syllables. And in order to decide how many syllables a word has, we will have to hear how many vowel sound a word has. So not the number of vowels, not the number of vowels. So for example, do you see here there are two vowels together, I and A. Here we will not consider, not always consider them as two different vowels, but we'll focus on how many vowel sounds are there, and generally the number of vowel sounds in a word would equal to the number of syllables in a word. Pronunciation having one vowel sound with or without consonants. Vowel sound with or without consonants. But without consonants, how would you pronounce the word? Do you have an example, Sujal? Or are you asking me? Because without consonants, it'll just be a vowel sound and it would not be a word. So you're explaining syllables. Okay. So, did you take this from the internet? I'll simplify this for you guys. All right. So basically, when I take a word like pronunciation, oh, you're doing this yourself? Okay, good try. That's a pretty good try. But generally, a syllable would also have either a consonant sound or a vowel sound. So you are right in a way. Syllable can have a consonant sound with a vowel sound or just a vowel sound. Guys, syllables can be vowel sounds alone. It can be vowel sounds alone. I'll show you how. So let's look at the word pronunciation. If I had to break the word pronunciation into syllables, I will do it in a flow. I will not do it like Jabardasti. I will not say or pra, like not like that. How I would do it is I will break it like this. Pro, none, si, a, shun, like that. Whale or arm. Whale or arm. Both of them are monosyllabic, which means they have one syllable. So Sujal is giving me examples. I don't know why in DM. This is why I say share it for everyone, because he's giving me good examples, guys. So if I take the word whale or the word arm. Now look at the word whale. In whale, we have two vowels, right? A and E. However, we're not counting vowels here. We're just listening to how many vowel sounds are there. So if I say whale, whale, it just has the A sound, one vowel sound. So this has one syllable and we cannot break this any further. Similarly, the example that is given, arm, is one vowel sound. So again, because it's one vowel sound, it's one syllable and we cannot break this any further. Yeah, but other words we can. So for pronunciation, for example, I took pronunciation, and that's how we break it into syllables. Has everyone understood what syllable means? What syllables are? So basically, you take a word and you break it up into syllables, and then I'll explain to you how syllable stress works. But first, you have to understand how to break words into syllables. So, like I told you earlier, generally speaking, and of course, there will always be exceptions, guys. English always has exceptions, but generally speaking, the number of vowel sounds in a word would be equal to the number of syllables in a word. Yeah, let's take some more examples. So, Sujal has given us some good examples for monosyllabic words. Rohan, you okay? Feeling tired? Okay, so these are monosyllabic words, which means single syllable, and we can't break them any further. Let's take a couple of bisyllabic or a word with two syllables. So if I take a word like, for example, sofa, we'll break it up into two syllables, so and fa. So fa. Yeah. Let me give you another one. Doctor. Can somebody try and break this up into syllables, guys? You can unmute yourselves. Oh, Sujal has given another one, open. So we can take this also. Yeah, Sujal has given the answer in the chat box, guys. Doc and then ter. Doctor, like that. Sujal, can you do open as well? Harshika, you didn't say hello to me today.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Piyush. Okay, guys. So some of
Good
you,
evening.
good evening. Some of you have joined us late. I will explain the concept of syllable stress once again. Yes, good job, Sujal. So, guys, if you look at the chat box, very good. Rohan, Rohan is like, I'm a farmer. I will only take farmer-based examples. Okay, very good. That's excellent, guys. So Sujal has given us two examples. One is doctor and open, open, like that. So when you break a syllable, guys, it's okay to break it in different ways. Okay, Prachi, you break it up for me, Prachi? Yeah. So when you take an example, guys, when you take a word like this, open, you can actually break it up however you're comfortable. So you can even say open like that, open like that, as long as it has the right number of syllables. So sometimes people will break syllables into in different styles, but as long as we are sticking to the right number of syllables, we would be correct. Rohan has even broken up his own name, so it's like Rohan. And wait, Prachi, for direction, let's do it again. So it's not always two. So we will look at the number of vowel sounds. So I will read the word like this: direction, direction, and that's how it has three syllables. Just 1 second, guys, with the examples. Num, no, wait. So, ooh, why Namrata? She's your friend, right? You guys talk to each other a lot. So, Namrata, like that. Namrata. Okay. Sujal, are these examples for two syllables and three syllables? Syllable objection. Very good. Piyush is saying push. So Piyush,
It's
how
not
many?
ma'am push. It's P-U-S-H.
Okay, so P-U, but we can't do sh separately. So we'll say Piyush, Piyush, like that. Yeah. So we will look at the number of syllables. Guys, 1 second, I will. Rehana. Very good, Rihanna. I love that you guys are breaking your own names into syllables, but it's generally for words and not for names. But you're doing a good job though. So Prachi, very good. I will give a summary of this again. She's like Prachi also and Patil also, not her, but others. Data. Very good, Nitesh. That's a good way to say data, D-A-T-A. So generally in the world, it's not data like we say. In some countries, actually, they do say data, like Australians also say data. But generally, it's data. So D-A-T-A, we'll break it up like D-A-T-A-L-E. Very good, Prachi. So, Prachi, the way you've done elephant, it's correct, but I'll show you how people do it in different ways. So, guys, the way Prachi broke up elephant, Yeah, but Rohan, keep the spelling correct. We'll still break it, but keep the spelling correct. Yeah. So, be business, business, the same way, but we'll keep the spelling correct. So the way Prachi broke this. Oh gosh. Thank you for not sharing that publicly. Tanya butchered my name, guys, and she's calling me Raja. I have a friend, I have a guy friend who calls me Raja. He's like, "Oi Raja, kaisa hai tu?" He calls me like that because of the extra A in my name. Just showing you how to break this word elephant. So Sujal and Prachi have broken it up exactly the same way, and it is correct. So so I can also do it like li. I can also do it like that. Elephant. Yeah. But the number of syllables would remain the same, which is 3. I love how well you guys have understood this. So Nandini has also broken up her name and she's done it like Nan the me, which is correct. But this is the first time I am seeing people break up their names into syllables. Generally, it's words that we do, but as long as you understand, it's all right. And journey, very good. Rohan, what is that word? Ah, lion. Okay, so you have to keep the same spelling. Lion. Okay, so actually for lion, lion. I think it's monosyllabic actually because of diphthongs. Do you guys remember diphthongs? The combination of two vowel sounds. Remember we did that? Sometimes there will be a diphthong which will look like, because there are multiple vowels in there, number of vowels will be multiple, and you will think, okay, because there are so many vowels, we can probably break it. But it can also be a diphthong. So can somebody check how many syllables lion has? I. So it's like I, lion, like that. It's not actually lion. It's not actually like that. So can somebody check? And Nitesh is saying, so Nitesh, solution can be 3, like so, solution, like that. So 3. And Akshita, Sujal is also saying la and then un. Can somebody check on Google how many syllables lion should have? Akshita has given an example, very good one, but also DM cal q lay so calculator has 4 syllables, calculator, and Ayush is describing himself broken. No, just kidding. Broken, like that. Bro and Ken. Nandini is saying basketball. Very good. Did somebody check lion? Is it 2? Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe so. Let me check that for you, double check that for you. Lion. Okay. Are they saying yun for that? Okay. Let me see how they're breaking it up. Lion. I would have thought it's a diphthong, but let me check. They are saying, wait. Yeah, they are saying. doo-doo-doo. Yeah, they are saying lion. Okay, so then we will not. Yeah, so we will not consider it as a diphthong, and we will say lion. Harshika, you okay? Sneeze? Sneeze? Okay. Oh wow, Nandini's given a big one. What's a closed syllable? Maybe closed syllable is also monosyllabic, where it cannot be broken up any further, Sujal. Hip, ho, ka, ta, mus. That's a good one. Hippopotamus. That's a good one, Nandini. So, guys, you seem to have understood how to break up syllables really well. Ayush has given us a new word, liger. Do you know what a liger is, guys? Yeah.
It's a mixture of tiger and lion.
Yeah, so it's a hybrid of a lion and a tiger. Yeah, very good. I love that you guys are saying lion and not loin. A lot of people do that, which is also a word. It's just not a good word. So please don't pronounce lion as loin. So just letting you know, lion is this and loin is this. I don't know why in India a lot of people pronounce lion as loin. Just like instead of violet, a lot of people say violet. So loin is basically your crotch area. So anything that you cover on that is a loin cloth. So What's a loin cloth in Hindi? Mm, what sadhus wear? That's a loin cloth. Sometime, somewhere, someone. Yeah, okay. Geez, parasitological pushpa. Langot, yes. Manish is like langot, yes, that's a langot loincloth. So good that everyone's pronouncing this as lion. So guys, just to summarize this, we'll stop with the examples for 1 second. So just to summarize this, guys, I kept telling you in all these classes that your pronunciation will be perfect after we cover syllable stress, because syllable stress, for me, according to my understanding, is the key to pronunciation. And once you understand syllable stress, pronunciation becomes so easy. No, Nitesh, today is the last session because tomorrow is Holi, and that's why yesterday and today we have 1.5 hour sessions instead of 1 hour, because we want to free you guys to enjoy Holi and not be bound. Hello, Bobby. So, wait, is Reshma with us today?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm here
Oh, okay.
today.
Okay. Direct correlation now. Um, So yeah, we are freeing you for tomorrow, and a lot of you might be traveling home for Holi, and that's why I think it was a very good idea on the college's part to combine the sessions just so you will not have to attend tomorrow. So today is the last session, guys. If you have any questions, you must ask me today. So again, when I was talking about syllable stress, I told you that syllable stress is the key to pronunciation. The first thing that we wanted to understand was how to break a word into syllables, and all the examples that you guys have given in the chat box are excellent examples, including names and difficult words like parasitological and also hippopotamus. So these big words, we broke them into syllables. Is there anybody here who does not know what syllables are or how to break a word into syllables? You can ask me again and I will explain again. Bobby, did you understand? Thumbs up, increasing and decreasing for Bobby. Bobby, did you understand the concept of syllables? Because you just joined us. Again, are you playing with the thumbs up? All right, guys. Okay, I will explain again, Manish. So Manish is saying explain again. So basically, guys, you can take any word and break it up into syllables. And once we have syllables, we can understand syllable stress. I haven't explained syllable stress yet. I'm just explaining how to break a word into syllables, guys. So let's take a word like, okay, Samsung. It's a name again, but let's take the word Samsung. So guys, generally, you have to say the word in order to hear the number of vowel sounds in a word, and then how easily can you break up the word? So in this word, Samsung, Manish, we do, let's not, but let's do Sam and then sung. That's how we'll break it. Sam, sung. What we will not do is try to do sa, ma, sa, ng. We can't do that. So it has to break freely and in a flow. Piyush, just letting you know today, because of yesterday's incident, we have people from the college attending the session today. So, guys, oh, yes. So, let's be at our best behavior. You guys were very disturbed about yesterday, right? So, I had to report that. And that's why. So, behave, everyone. So, we'll take the word Samsung and we'll break it up like Sam and Sung. And then Rohan is saying, I'm also taking other names like Ne and Ha. But Manish, there are other words also that cannot be broken. For example, guys, sometimes there are long words also like rhythm. Oi, H. Sorry. Is there an H? Yeah, I think my spelling is bad. So sometimes it can have loads of letters and still cannot be broken. Okay, Sujal. Sujal? Yeah, but you should talk to everyone. Okay, that's a good one. So Nandini is giving me the word prioritize. Guys, also letting you know that sometimes when there's a word like this. It can also be spelt with an S instead of the Z, and S would generally be for British pronunciation, and Z would generally be for the American pronunciation. So there are a lot of words, including neutralization. So when I write neutralization, I use the word S instead of Z in the end. That's just the difference between the British and American spelling also sometimes. Yeah. So when I take the word prioritize, Nandini has already broken it up. Did you do ties is one. Yeah, so ties we can't break any further, but look how she's broken it. She has done and then but I did o separately and ri separately. So that is up to you how you want to break it. But she has 1 2 3 4 and I have 1 2 3 4. That's what matters. So we can break it up however it makes sense to us. Manish, did you understand this time how we break up syllables? 48. Guys, that's how do we know that from where we have to break a word? Okay, so Piyush, basically, when you look at a word, you try to figure out how many vowel sounds are in the word, and the way you know that is how easily you can break the word up without trying too hard. So, for example, let's take Ayush's example. So he's given the example of acknowledgement. So when I have a big word like this, it's not about where to start from. Yeah, you basically have to look at the word and see how can I break this word. So I'll do acknowledgement. How did he break it? Acknowledgement. So we have 4 syllables, but we've both broken them differently. So look how he's done it. He's done AC. I've done ACK. And then he did no. I just did no like this, and then ledge, and then mint. So it's totally up to you how you want to break up the word, but it'll always have a vowel sound. No, ledge, mint. And in this case, guys, this is not really meant. It's more like mint, and the sound that you hear, it's called the schwa sound. Just for your knowledge, it's called the schwa sound, but it's not the air sound here. It's not meant. It's more like mint. So the sound is the schwa sound. Rohan, how many for that word, according to you?
It's 3 words.
Very good.
Category.
Three syllables. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Category. So category or category for Americans, category for British, category for Americans. Sequential. So shall is generally used as shall, just shall. So it's not teal, it's more like shall, because we're pronouncing it as shall and not as teal. Daiji, did you understand? Very good, Harshika. So I would do it differently, Harshika. I would do it like, but the same thing. Innovation. I would do it like innovation, and you've done it like innovation. Both are correct. Victorious. Yes, very good, Sneha. Information. Guys, I hope that you're not checking online and you're actually giving your own examples, right? Because you guys are doing really, really well. These are excellent examples. Hello, Tejas.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, very, very nice examples, guys. So some of these examples are actually from my slides that I'll show you in a bit, but very nice examples. So information, diabolical. So Sujal, I would do it like diabolical. I would break it like that, but the same. Communication. Guys, I hope everyone's looking at the chat box. Really good examples. And Rihanna, I would do it like aqua, like that. In biological, there's one more. Biological. Mathematical. Very good. Tejas, any clue as to what we are doing? Why are you late?
Because I was in the market with my friend, that's why I'm late. And
That's
my
a
mom
great.
told me something to do. So,
Okay.
by the way, in last I will show you something good
Okay.
if we got time.
Okay. Okay, we'll see. All right, guys. So for those of us who joined us late. Again, I will explain this once again. 51 participants. I think it'll increase also after 8:30. So basically, if you look at the chat box, everyone's doing really, really well today. We are looking at syllable stress. And in order to understand syllable stress, we are first understanding what syllables are. So syllables are Sujal, yes, but let's keep the original spelling. I was so confused for a second. I was like, what is this word? He's trying to break imprisoned, the word imprisoned when you're in jail, but the way he's written it, I got so confused. So Tejas, again, Rohan, the same spelling, the same spelling. Don't change the spelling. So it'll be by and then O separately. By and then O. Yeah? Jaguar. Jaguar. I think it should be two.
Ma'am, it's biochemical.
Biochemical. I know. So
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
by, O, ke, me,
Mm.
curl. So just one more.
Yes,
Ba, by, O,
yes.
ke, me, curl.
Bio, it's BIO, it's not BIO.
No, they've actually started like sounding it out. So they've started using
Yes, ma'am.
phonetic.
According to sounds, I have written the words.
Yes, yes. But just do the right spelling also. Otherwise, you'll get used
Yes,
to this.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Chandru bole. It's like cha, chan. Yeah. No, actually, chan will be one. Chandra bole. For Chandra bole, chan will be one. Chandra bhole. So 4. Yeah, instead of 5. Tanya, stop getting distracted. Who is that? Tell your mom to stop. Is that your mom, Tanya? Don't get so
Whole
distracted.
family, ma'am.
Hmm?
Whole family. I have a joint family. They are distracting me a lot.
Okay. Throw something at them. Tell them not to disturb you. Yes. April. Yes, Prachi. Hello, Ruhi. Guys, Sujal, you always give me words that I don't even know what they mean. Is this a medical term, Sujal? Om, fa, lo, skepsis. I think that should be it. But what does it mean? Tejas, were you asking me something?
What happened to that girl, ma'am? Who is disturbing us and like attacked you and me tomorrow?
Tomorrow, nahi, yesterday. Ruhi, we will not comment on others, please. Okay. Okay, never mind, guys. All right, so very good examples. April. Yeah, that's a good example. Radiology, but with a Y, Rohan. In the end, it'll have a Y. Ra, na, te, kre, na. What is that? Is that somebody's name? Very good. Tejas, you understood. Good.
Ma'am, it's the biological name of frog.
Of
It's the biological name of frog.
which one?
Ma'am, frog.
No, but which word?
Rana tigrina.
Ah, is that so?
Ma'am,
Wow.
it's a Rana tigrina.
Very interesting. So, Sujal, yes, you've understood it. So, ophthalmology. Very good. Okay, Sujal. Omphaloscepsis. Very good, Piyush. Good job. Yes, Rihanna. Appropriate. So I would do it differently, Rihanna, again, but you've done it right. So I would do it like appropriate. Wait, are we? Yeah, 8. Like that. So the same syllables, but I would just break it differently. And you guys are free to do that as long as you're breaking it up into the right number of syllables. Priyanshu, having too much fun? Priyanshu, free training for your friends? Oh my gosh. Wednesday. Okay, that could be tricky. So bio, Tanya, bio, biodegradable. Wait, let me also check. Biodegradable. Oh, Priyanshu turned off his camera. Syllables. Okay. By, O, D, great, a, bull. For Wednesday, I'm not really sure because it's not actually pronounced as Wednesday. It's pronounced as Wednesday. Wednesday. So this should be interesting. I've never checked this. Let me just check. Wednesday. 2 syllables. So guys, look at this. It's 2 syllables, whence and then day. So because it's not really pronounced as Wednesday, we don't pronounce it as Wednesday. So you have to really say the word, guys. Rihanna, a difference between? What are you asking?
How to break difference?
Ah, difference. Okay, I thought you were asking me the difference between something. Difference. So you have to say it. Rohan, always say the word out loud and then hear it for yourself. Oh, sorry, Nitesh asked about Wednesday. So yeah, Piyush, something like that. But also it's pronounced differently. So we'll just say Wednesday, but the spelling is correct. Yes, Vaishnavi, that's correct. Difference. I think it's also 2. Difference. Could be 3. Difference. So 3 syllables, I think. But I will double check this for you. You guys are giving me absolutely new examples. Oh no, they're saying it's difference. No, so see guys, it can be different also. This is why even for lion, I wasn't sure, and it could very well be 2, like lion. But here, when I look it up, it says it has 2 syllables. But when I go further down and there's a separate website for syllable count, there's a website called Syllable Count, and they say it's 3, which is difference, like that. So it can be slightly subjective at times, but I think it is 3. Let me check. Different. Some are saying, okay, so some websites are saying that you should pronounce it as difference because generally you pronounce it as different or difference. So it should essentially be difference, like that. However, if you try to break it up, you can also break it up like difference, like Piyush is doing. So it is subjective. This one is slightly subjective. Some websites are saying difference, and some are saying difference. So we'll keep that as a question mark. Immutable. Yes, very good. Rihanna, good job. So Tejas, now you've understood how to break syllables? Yeah? You want me to explain again? Thoda, but you did it already. Okay, I will explain it to you. Just bear with me 1 second. So yeah. So basically what we're doing, Tejas, is we are taking words. So let me take the word biodegradable. That's a good example by Rohan. So if I take the word biodegradable, we're taking a word and then we guys, for syllables, first of all, to break syllables, you have to say it out loud. WhatsApp. Yeah, that's right. So we have to say it out loud and hear the pronunciation, which is why for this, I think the example that Nitesh gave for Wednesday is a great example, because even though Wednesday is spelt like this, Wednesday, and we see the syllable, for example, wed in there. However, when we pronounce it, yesterday, do you remember I did the days of the week and the months? I was telling you how the days of the week and the months are pronounced. And I told you that it's just Wednesday that's pronounced differently. And it's not really Wednesday, but just Wednesday. Like, when is it? Wednesday. So because we are pronouncing it as Wednesday, we will not really look at it as a Wednesday. If you had just looked at the spelling of the word, you would probably break it up into 3 syllables, right? Wednesday. However, This is why it's important to say the word out loud and to pronounce it and then decide the syllable, how many syllables are there. So I will pronounce this as Wednesday, and then I would say Wednesday too. So yeah, Tejas.
What is syllables, by the way? I don't know.
So syllable is the, it's a good question. So syllable is the, I won't say the shortest unit because those are the letters, but basically units that you can break from a word. And generally, I keep saying the number of vowel sounds and not the number of vowels, guys. Not the number of vowels, but the number of vowel sounds in a word would decide the number of syllables in the word. So if you look at the example of Wednesday, guys, if you look at the number of vowels, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 vowels if you look at it like that, but the number of vowels sounds like Wednesday, 2. Yeah, Tejas, now did you understand? Yeah. Also, a very good example by Piyush. I'll come to that in a second, Piyush. But yeah, Discord is a good one. But Tejas, if I take the word biodegradable, I will again sound it out. I'll pronounce it out loud and then decide biodegradable. Biodegradable, like that. And the way Piyush has, dang, that's a difficult word, guys. What is that? Is that the name of a flower? Sorry, Tejas.
It's the
Mixturagation.
No, it's the Latin name for mango.
Ah,
Mangifera
is
indica.
it? Wow. How do you
Mangifera
pronounce
indica.
that? Mangifera indica?
Magnifera indica.
Oh, you have written mangi. Is it magni?
It's
Mangifera
mangi.
indica. Mangi.
Okay, all right. Okay, so if I take Piyush's Tanya is getting so tired of this disturbance. She's giving everyone the side eye, but nobody's looking. Can you go to a different room or maybe just shut the door? Okay.
I'll try, ma'am.
Just yell at them.
Today is Holika then. That's why they are.
Oh, okay. But Holika Dahan is later, I think, today. Okay, let's look at some
Today it
examples.
is.
Sorry, Tanya. Okay,
And
guys.
सबके यहाँ शाम टाइम में पूजा होती है.
I know, but I looked at the Mahurat, and the Mahurat is supposed to be really late, almost right before midnight, because it's what did I read? It's Bhairav Kal, something like Bhairav Kal, so it's not auspicious before midnight. I just read this on a group. Okay, so let's take Piyush's example. I would take it as Vish. Ooh, wow, that's difficult to break. So I'll do it like visualization. Good, Piyush. Discord is easy. We already did the one that they just gave. And then magnification. Very good, Rihanna. Decide. I think decide should be 2. Decide. We're not really doing decider. We're doing decide. Decide. I think it's 2 because it's a diphthong. Neutralization. Very good, Ayush. Nandini is doing her name. Raj Lakshmi. Nandini. Okay. Incomprehensible. Very good. Ruhi, you don't have to send me direct messages now. Okay, don't send me direct messages. You can just write to everyone. So, oh, Tejas is doing my name. Incompatible and I would do it like cricket, like that. You're just doing Muhurat. Let's take English words. Muhurat, but it's correct. Surprise. So yeah, surprise, like that. Rajani. Let's not do my name. Everyone gets so confused because of the extra A. Because I'm a South Indian, I use the extra A. Otherwise, it should be Rajni like that. Sarasan. It's just Sarasan. It's okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I don't know if you got about your like childhood accent. So how would you pronounce your name in the South Indian accent, like Rajani Sarasan, like that?
Yeah. They in Kerala they pronounce my name as Rajini. Rajini. Oh, Ruhi has written Rajni sarcasm now. Are you outing yourself, Ruhi? Okay, let me just
She also did that
yes.
tomorrow, Rajni sarcasm, if you know.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday, Tejas, yesterday, not tomorrow. Pooja, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
And Akhil. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you just check with Akhil about this?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right, guys. Really good examples again, guys. You guys are killing this. Very, very nice examples. Let me take some of your examples. Very nice. So I'll go with Sneha first. Really well done. Psychology. But then Sneha will do psychological. So two more. Yeah? I mean, one more syllable. So psychological. Nitesh is saying information. Nitesh. So information and then shun. So 4. Dehydration. Very good, Sanjana. Ruhi outing herself right there. And then holy. That's right. D for restation. Very good, Gautam. Decorate. So rate would be 1, Chandrabhole. Rate would be 1. It's the A sound, which is a diphthong. So 3 syllables. Decorate. Nandini is saying conversation. Excellent. Content. Very good. Anjali will do spiritual. Spirituals. 3. Okay. Guys, if anybody is disagreeing, please ask me for any word. Quantum, very good. I used to like Tom Holland. Okay, that is correct. Entrepreneur, very good. Very good. Okay, guys. If you're looking at the chat box, please read the message by Akhil. Infertial. Infertial. Yeah. Are you saying the word column? Oh, Qualcomm. I
And
don't.
it's a Qualcomm.
What's that?
Snapdragon Qualcomm. Ma'am, it's
Is
a
that?
processor.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. Okay, but yeah, you are correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, Qualcomm, and then they just okay. But 2, no Rohan. They just 2, not 3. They and just. And Tejas is also like yes. And yes, Kobe, yes, no, just 1 syllable, yes. And they just. Samiksha has given a really good one. Mischievous. Very good, Samiksha. Q is 1. Very good example, Tanya. Q, the word Q is so funny because why are there so many vowels in that word? That's an excellent example, guys. Wait, am I? Yeah. Look at the number of vowels in there, guys. There are so many vowels, but the word is actually pronounced. If you remove everything, the word is actually pronounced just like this. So it's monosyllabic and you just say Q and 1 syllable. Yeah. Then Anshi has sent me a DM by mistake, I think. She's saying decomposition. Guys, if you have ever watched Spell Bee also, the contest where people have to spell, Yeah, they also do it like this, by the way. They also say the word out loud, listen to the number of syllables, then they ask the origin of the word, which language did it originate from, and then they spell it out. So they also do this. Discuss, yes. New Holland, yes. Industry, very good example. Industry, Harry Potter. Very good, Nandini. Harry Potter. Good luck removing me from the meet. Okay. Oh, okay. No problem, Anjali. I will explain it to you. Okay. So I will explain this to Anjali again. So Anjali, basically, we're trying to understand syllable stress. And like I keep saying, syllable stress is the key to pronunciation. And once you've understood syllable stress, then you will understand pronunciation better. So guys, for everyone, guys, we will stop with the examples now. You guys have done really, really well and you understand syllables super, super well. But now I'll tell you how we can move from syllables to syllable stress and how syllables are connected to pronunciation. We'll get to that part. So we will stop with the examples for now. I will just do a couple of examples for Anjali and then we'll move on to syllable stress, right? So let's take the word industry. So when I take the word industry, Anjali, basically when we take a word, we break the word into syllables. So syllables would generally be the number of vowel sounds in the word, not the number of vowels. So somebody gave a very, very good example of the word Q, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels, but one vowel sound, which is the U sound, right? Q. And that's why this has only one syllable, because we cannot break the word further into syllables. So this has one syllable. However, the word industry, when we try to break up the word industry, we'll say industry. So 3 syllables. That's how he's done it. Industry. So right now we are just breaking words into syllables based on how many sounds we hear. Industry, like that. And let's look at some more. Sanjana asked about infrastructure and Adarsh has given the answer. Infrastructure. Very good, Adarsh. And acquiesce. Okay, I'm not sure. Did you check, Sujal, the syllables for this, or are you guessing? Acquiesce. I'm not really sure if that'll be 3 or 2. Did you check, Sujal? Or can you check online real quick? Okay, we've done infrastructure. Jumanji, good. Bollywood. No. So it's 3. Bollywood. Wood, even though there are 2 O's, we'll consider that as one sound. And J will be 1. J is just 1 monosyllabic. Intuition. Intuition, like that. Intuition. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
do you know what intuition is?
Yes. Did you have an intuition today? No? Okay.
By
Okay.
the way, ma'am, I do personality reading.
Really? You must read my personality sometime. Send me my reading on LinkedIn. Why not? Yeah, okay, on LinkedIn you'll send it? Okay. All right. Okay, Akanksha, welcome back. Rohan is sticking to his farmer segment and he's doing agriculture. Excellent. Discipline, very good. Phenomenon, that's a good one. Phenomenon, that's also correct. Yes, Rihanna, I would do it like you, but Samiksha is also correct. Ni, mo, ni, 4. Ni, mo, ni, like that. Yeah, 4. Not yet. A guess. Okay, Sujal, you can. Marlboro. Ayush. आदतें मत दिखाओ यहाँ पे. Okay. Okay.
No, ma'am,
Uh,
it's not my habit.
okay.
Yes, ma'am, just chill.
Oh, now we are being good boys and girls. Yeah. Acquisition. Okay. Guys, Okay, Nandini, last example. Okay, no more examples because I still have to tell you how to use syllable stress also, yeah? So no more examples, guys. Excellent examples. Reluctantly. Yes. Examination. Also okay. Techniques. Oh, techniques. Okay. Technique. I think it's two. Technique and techniques. I think it should be two. Technique. Can somebody check online?
Oh yeah,
Sleep.
it's just 2 syllable. That's it. It's technique. That's it.
Yeah, technique. Even though it's a long sound, technique, it'll still be one sound. And sleep paralysis. Yes, Nandini? Sleep paralysis. Acquisition. Yes, Tejas, it's correct. Acquisition. Yes. Mercedes. So Adarsh is telling everyone how to pronounce Mercedes. It's not actually Mercedes. Oh, actually, I'm reading it like that. It's written like Mercedes, but it's pronounced as Mercedes. So yes, that's correct. And I'm taking the very last example, guys, by Ayush Tiwari. O-N-A seg. I don't even know what that is. What is that,
Ma'am, it's
Ayush?
Coinsec.
What's that?
Coinsec Regera. Ma'am, it's an international brand.
Oh, is it a car?
Ma'am, it's a car brand.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know cars. I just know like the
Ma'am,
main.
it is the fastest car in the world.
Look what Sujal is writing. He's supporting you. All right. Okay, guys. Now that you know how to break a word into syllables and you've done such a good job, honestly, guys, I do this with corporates, I do this with professionals, and I do this even with the top management. I just finished a workshop with the top management of a company. The participants were regional heads. So somebody was handling Asia, somebody was handling Africa, somebody was handling North America, somebody was handling South America, somebody was a director, somebody was a CEO. I did the same workshop with them, accent neutralization and syllable stress. Even they did not understand it so quickly and so well with such good examples. So you guys have done such a good job and made my life so much easier. Samiksha, this somebody had already given this, but yes, entrepreneur. Yeah, power of age. So just like power of age. Javani ka karishma. Yeah. So so yeah, very good job doing these syllables. Now let's talk about what syllable stress is. Can anybody guess what syllable stress could mean now that you know what syllables are? Any guesses? Today you can, yeah. Today you can actually see the jeera in my drink. Yeah, so okay, Sujal and P. Yush, no, that's two. P, Yush, like that. And Tejas. Yes, Tejas. Tell me. Yes,
Ma'am,
Sujal, you're right. Darshika is like syllables का stress. जब syllables को stress हो जाए, guys, वो फिर अपने दोस्तों के साथ जाके बैठता है. Yeah, so syllable का stress. Yes, Tejas.
मैम syllable stress can be defined as कि आपको जो आपने words जितने भागों में या फिर जितने parts में तोड़े उस पे आपको
भागों में, okay.
उस पे आपको किस word पे कितना stress देना है या फिर किस word पे कितना ध्यान देना है.
किस syllable पे?
हाँ, किस syllable, किस part.
Yeah. So Rihanna and Sujal have given me the exact definition, but both of them have DM'd me. So I'll read them out to you. So Sujal has said that stressing a particular syllable is what syllable stress is. So now that we have broken our word into syllables, now we will stress on one particular syllable, and that is what syllable stress is. And Rihanna has said that maybe the stress when we do the pronunciation, that is also correct. So communication and proper pronunciation. Yes, Samiksha. So now let me show you. For example, let me do some words that you guys generally mispronounce. So let's do also the word pronunciation because some of you were mispronouncing that yesterday. So did we already break it up, guys, into syllables? Pronunciation? Who wants to do it? The ink has run out, so okay, so let me do pronunciation, guys. I'll take the word pronunciation. pronunciation, right? So I've broken it up into syllables. Now I have to, yes, Rihanna, good job. No noun in it, though, none. Yeah. So when I take the word pronunciation, and now that I have, yeah, Harshika's like now let's focus. Yes. When I take the word pronunciation, I've broken it up into syllables. Now I have to decide where should I place the stress. Now there are certain rules to it. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to take you through the rules, but even the rules are not like rules. They are general patterns. Generally, the word that ends with shun. So I'll tell you one of the rules, for example. So generally, the words that end in shun, we stress on the syllable right before shun. Yeah. And that's why in the word pronunciation, we stress on the A. And guys, once you know the syllable stress, like in this case, it's A, then you can really, really stress on that particular syllable and it'll sound more and more right. For example, if I say pronunciation, it sounds right. But when I say pronunciation, it'll sound more and more right. So when you hear all these good orators, people who speak really well, like Shashi Tharoor or Shah Rukh Khan, all these people who, or Priyanka Chopra. Yes, Akhil.
No, no, ma'am, please continue.
Oh, sorry. I am just of the habit. Sorry, could you mute the other one? Anytime somebody unmutes themselves, I think they're asking a question. So Akhil, guys, Akhil is the head of, I think, training for Sunstone. And I just, as soon as he unmuted himself, I was like, Akhil, do you have a question? I have the habit of doing that. So yeah, so when we take a word like this, guys, and when I know the syllable stress and I stress on that, that is how these people sound so good when they talk. So when Priyanka Chopra talks or when Shashi Tharoor talks, they basically stressing on the syllable stress, and that's why their pronunciation sounds so good. Do you remember on the first day when I was talking, some of you said, "Oh, you sound so good," and your accent sounds so different. Wait, Akhil. Okay. So this is the reason why I sounded so different, because every time I pronounce a word, I'm actually stressing on the right syllable every time I'm doing that. So what I'll do now, guys, is I will scroll up. Can you also scroll up, guys, in the chat box? Let's go back to the example. We'll scroll up till Aditya's example of industry. Yeah. So let me tell you the general guidelines.
I'm a student who has taken my name, Elias. Yeah.
Ah.
So everyone, please just focus on what ma'am is saying. We have their email ID, we have their name. This is going to be reported.
It's okay, guys. I'm sorry, guys. So, Akhil, if you could just take care of that, we'll focus on the session.
Definitely, definitely. Please do
Thank
that.
you. All right. Okay, guys. So, like I said, we'll go back to Aditya's example of industry. And remember how I told you that while there aren't like rules as such, we have general guidelines. So, I'll tell you the general rules for syllable stress. So, generally, when a word has one syllable or it's monosyllabic, like what's the one that we took the last time? Like, let's take Q. It's monosyllabic, it cannot be broken any further. So, of course, you'll just pronounce it as it is. Then, when we have two syllables or even three syllables, so let's take sofa and let's take Aditya's example of industry. When a word is small, guys, and it has only two or three syllables, generally, and not a rule, so follow your own discretion also, don't do this blindly, but generally, when a word is smaller and has 2 to 3 syllables, then generally the stress is on the first syllable. That is why we say sofa or industry, like that. Industry. Yeah. So in the word industry, we are stressing more or in, and that's why I'm saying it like industry. Then let's take the word infrastructure that Sanjana was asking about, and I think Adarsh replied. Infrastructure. 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 For some reason, guys, even though it is 4 syllables, it seems like the stress is on infrastructure, still on infra. Let's take Rohan's example of agriculture. Agriculture. So here, yes, Rihanna, cull. So we say it like agriculture. So you have to, in the beginning, you will have to guess a little bit and find your way around it. The way we do it, guys, is even I do it like this. So when I take the word agriculture, for example, I take the word agriculture. First, what I'll do is I'll break it up into syllables. Agriculture. And then what we can do, guys, is also we can try stressing on each syllable. So I can say, Rohan, your example, Rohan. So I can also say agriculture. So I'm stressing on the first one right now. Agriculture or agriculture or agriculture or agriculture. So I can even try doing that. So this is a trick that even we do still. Did you see when I was doing infrastructure, I was like infrastructure. I actually sounded out infrastructure. Actually, guys, no, sorry. It's struck. In infrastructure, it's actually on struck. Infrastructure. I'm so sorry. It's infrastructure. So I also do this still, guys. When I read a word, I read it out and I try to put the stress on different syllables. I tried it out and then I was like, no, it doesn't sound right. Maybe it's on struck. Infrastructure. It sounds right like that, right? And agriculture. Discipline, because it's 3 syllables, we say it like discipline. Yeah. And wait, I have 2 more. Struct. Sujal. Pitai. Rihanna, what is struct? Rohan is giving a harvester. In harvester, the stress is on vest or harvester. No, wait. No, it's my fault. Let me take the word again. Harvester. I don't think she heard me. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, great. So harvester. So remember how I told you that generally for 2 or 3 syllables, it'll be on the first syllable. So that way, harvester. Others is saying tractor. So again, tractor, like that, tractor. And guys, that is why, who was it? Was it Tejas who was saying that, oh, you sound like AI when you pronounce words? It's because I'm stressing on Rohan, no. So it's because I'm stressing on the right syllable, like tractor, because I'm stressing like that, it sounds more like AI because AI also does that. One is that, like I told you, the smaller the word is, and if it's 2 or 3 syllables, generally the syllable stress will be the first syllable. And then, guys, as the word becomes bigger, the syllable stress starts shifting. So just like I told you, when it's 2 syllables, let's take tractor, for example. So when we take tractor and it's tractor and the stress is on tractor, like that. But then let's take something a little bit longer. For example, let's take elevation. Elevation. Then the stress shifts from the front towards the end. And you remember, even though it's not a rule, it's something like a guideline that when it's shun, it's generally the syllable right before shun. That is the syllable stress. Generally, it's like that. Rohan, it'll also have R, horticulture. It also has R, yeah. So, but you've done it right. Horticulture, perfect. Horticulture, culture. I think that's how it is. So here, guys, I'll stress on way, and that's why I say elevation. Sericulture, yeah. Transport. Okay, that's a good one. Let's say transportation. So basically, guys, the rule that I'm telling you is that the smaller the word is and the smaller the number of syllables are, like the number of syllables, if they are less, then the stress will be towards the front, the first syllable, or maybe the first couple of syllables, first or second. But as the word keeps becoming longer and has more syllables, then the stress will also start going towards the back. But generally, guys, generally speaking, and of course there are exceptions, syllable stress is generally not on the last syllable. It'll either be on the second last or the third last. Yeah, generally on second last or third last. Guys, do you have any questions so far? Attack. Attack is attack. Attack. So attack. It's on the second syllable actually. So this is an exception. Attack. And it's an exception, and we'll say attack like that. If we take the word transportation, and just remember the shun rule, guys, that whenever there's shun, then the stress is on the one before that. And that's why we say transportation. Transportation. Does that sound really good? Transportation. Yeah, so you also have to start doing it like that. Petroleum. So in petroleum, we do petroleum like that. And then the stress is on row, and we say petroleum like that. Yeah, petroleum. But for petrol, when it's just petrol, then we stress on pet, and that's why we say petrol, petrol like that. Yeah. Okay, guys, just a couple more things. So horticulture, sericulture, transportation, teleportation. Yeah, that also we've done. Now I want to talk about diesel. Yeah, so stress on D, diesel. Okay, we'll stop with the examples for 1 second, guys. And I want to tell you how the syllable stress shifts as the word gets bigger. For example, let me take the word politics. Can anyone guess where the stress should be in this word? Yes.
Maybe it takes
Yes, ma'am. It takes
Six.
politics.
No, guys.
Politics.
No, it's poly, lily.
So poly is two, poly, two. So you have to choose one. Sujal, just one. Okay. Yeah. So you've broken it up, Nandini, but we are choosing the right syllable. So Harshika, Daiji, and Tanya are correct. Remember how I said if it's 2 or 3 syllables, generally the stress is on the first one. So in this case, it's on the first one. And that's why, guys, it's politics. Politics, like that. Politics. And then, so we are starting with the base word, which is politics. Then I will increase it and change the word to political. And then, guys, because we are making the word bigger, the stress changes from pa to li. And then it becomes political. Political, like that. Political. And then let me change it further and increase the number of syllables. So if you see, this is 3 syllables. This is 4 syllables. Political. And now politician. Even though the number of syllables is the same, the stress changes here. And now it is politician. Uncle Pandey?
Kind of, ma'am.
Kind of. Okay. Well, you've attended a good session though, because this is really important. Parliament. Parlia. I think in parliament, we don't actually break up li and parliament. So for parliament, we'll consider it as parliament, like that. Even though there's an A, we'll consider them as one vowel sound, and we'll just do parliament, like that. Preparation. So prepare. Others will do prepare and then shun. And the stress is actually on ray because it's right before shun, remember? So then we'll say preparation, like that. Yeah. Rihanna, what's the C2? Oh, here? No. So here we consider good example actually, Rihanna. Now I can explain that this shun is actually the same as this shun in terms of pronunciation. In terms of pronunciation, it's still shun. So politician, and because it sounds like shun, we'll stress on t. Do you remember that rule? Whenever there's shun, we do the one right before that. Tanya Kumari? Yeah. So because there's shun, we'll do the one right before that and we'll say politician, politician, like that. So let's see how the syllable stress changes, guys. Politics, political, politician. Yeah. So this is how the syllable stress shifts. This is called the shifting pattern of syllable stress. And as the root word keeps getting bigger, the stress also starts moving towards the back. So I'll take Ayush's example, preparation. And in this, because of shun, we'll stress on Ray and say preparation. And Anjali's example is confusion. So guys, if you look at Anjali's example, Are, Rohan, Ankur, 2, not 3. Yeah. If you look at Anjali's example, guys, confusion. Harshita, yes, that is the correct answer. In volcano, guys, we stress on K, and that's why it's volcano and not volcano, like we used to say. It's not volcano, it's volcano. Yes, Harshika. And let's take Anjali's example, guys. For confusion, again, the shun is spelled differently, but it is still shun, like Tion. It's the same rule of shun, and that's why we'll stress on few and we'll say confusion, confusion, like that. Tanya, are you understanding everything? Yeah, Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
Jay, okay, Jay. Ayush, another great example. Great example because I was coming to this one. If I take the word that Ayush has given, a great example of democracy. How will we break it, guys? Yeah, Akshita, 1 second. How will we break democracy? C. So Ayush, you're right. So Rihanna, one more. C, because C is also a syllable. So democracy. And in this case, guys, one more session because of disturbance. Tejas, you can tell Akhil that. Okay. So guys, in democracy, we are stressing on more, and that's why we say it like democracy, not democracy, democracy, like that. Ayush, so I've taken Ayush's example. Nandini, Namrata, and Rohan, I'll come to your example in 1 second. I want to give you another example of the shifting pattern. So we took the word democracy and I will change it to democratic. Yeah. So when I take the word democratic, I'm increasing the syllables here. So democracy, democratic. The syllables are actually the same, but when the word changes, guys, the stress comes here, democratic. Yeah. And there's one more. Let me just check. I'll show you the slide as well of the shifting patterns. Let me show you the slides that I pulled up. Guys, okay, before I show you the slides, let me quickly do the examples that you've given. So manufacturer, good, Nandini. So the stress is on fac, and we say manufacturer, like that. And for infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. No, Manish, there isn't so much. No, actually, you are right. Sometimes there is. So in some American words, for example, laboratory, lab, there is a difference.
Ma'am.
So some words, yeah, they just.
Like demonstration, or in the British one, demonstration.
No, it's still demonstration. Great question, Manish, by the way. That's a very, very good question. Only for a limited number of words, not all the word stages. So I will not change words like democracy or all those words. But for certain words, the American and British pronunciation is so different that even the syllable stress changes for that. I think Laboratory is a good example. Let me just look it up on the dictionary because I always use the British pronunciation. Yeah.
Laboratory.
So they would say it like laboratory. So Americans,
Laboratory.
yeah, so they say it like laboratory. So if I pull up the word, guys, and this is again a great tip. If you ever want to check the syllable stress for a word, you can always pull it up. Okay, guys, I'm playing the British pronunciation first.
Laboratory.
Laboratory. So they are stressing on bo. Laboratory.
Laboratory. Laboratory.
That's the British one. Laboratory. So the stress is on bo. And now let's listen to the American one.
Laboratory.
Laboratory. So Tory, like that. Laboratory.
Laboratory.
So for me, the stress sounds like it's on Tory, like that. So Sujal is feeling ignored. Why? You want to disturb me instead, Sujal? Espresso. 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 Stress on pre. Yeah? Okay, guys, I'm going to take your examples real quick. We had done infrastructure, I think. Infrastructure. Independence. So the stress is on pen in independence. Independence. Reception. So the stress is on sep. Reception. Dramatically. Stress is on ma. Dramatically. Reception. Espresso. Pre. And then demonstration. Demonstrate. So because of the shun, guys, so shun is kind of like a short rule that whenever there is shun, we stress on the one before that. And that's why we're saying demonstration, like that. And I've answered Manisha's question, which was an excellent question, Manish, by the way. And we will look at those words, those exceptions where the stress also changes because of a very different pronunciation for American versus British. Geographical, guys, in the word geographical, the stress is on gra, and that's why we say geographical, like that. Dictator on tay, dictator. Hallucination is a good word, Bobby. On nay, because of the shun, we stress on nay. Hallucination, like that. Hallucination. And Sujal, espresso. Okay, so we've already done espresso. Hallucination we've done. Hypnotize. In hypnotize, it's actually on hip. Hypnotize, like that. Hypnotize. For receipt, yes, Tejas, that's a great example for receipt, because in receipt, the stress is actually on the last part, which is generally not the case. So in receipt, we are stressing on the seat and saying receipt, like that. Anki. Okay, guys, I am going to stop here. There was just one more thing that I wanted to cover for syllable stress, which we don't have time for today, but basically, and I don't want to rush into it because it'll confuse you, but you can also, guys, go back and as a refresher, you can watch my syllable stress video on my channel as well, just for clarification. I think I've covered that last point there as well on the channel. And if I don't know, I don't think it's possible, Tejas, but if in case magically, miraculously, if we get another session, then we'll do more practice of this, and I'll do that last point, which you can also research on, guys. By the way, I'll give you one example. I will quickly explain it. Sujal is saying, but why are you DMing me? You have to write it for everyone so that Akhil and Pooja are in the session, so they can also see your request. So Sujal is saying, would you be able to take an extra session? Would be helpful. Akhil is in the session. He will decide that. Recording link. Pooja, could you share the recording link and the feedback link, please? I'll quickly explain this last point, guys. Some words like advocate and graduate. Let's take these two examples, guys. I'll quickly explain this. Some words can be a noun also and can be a verb also. Remember, I was talking about this yesterday a little bit, that sometimes, like process, somebody had given me that word process, and I told you that when the word process is a noun, we say process or process in American, but when it changes into a verb, like when you're processing something, then the stress comes to the last part. Do you remember that example? process and process like that, depending on whether we're using it as a noun or a verb. Similarly, guys, pay attention to this because we don't have time. The word advocate, there are two ways of using this word. One is as a noun, for example, when somebody is an advocate, a lawyer. And for example, I ask Rohan, what do you do? And he says, I'm an advocate. I'm a lawyer. So he says, I'm an advocate. When he's using it as a noun, I would stress on the first part and say advocate. Yeah. So then the pronunciation becomes advocate. And guys, you have to be careful in this particular example that when I'm stressing on ad, this Kate becomes like could. That's why I'm saying advocate, could, right? When I use it as a verb, now I'm using it as a verb, I will stress on this part when I'm using it as a verb, which means I'm saying, Rihanna, why do you keep advocating for Nandini? I'm using it as a verb and I'm saying you're advocating too much. You advocate too much. So Tejas, you actually advocate too much. So when I use it as a verb, I'm stressing on the last part. And then I'm not saying advocate, I'm saying advocate. Then I say advocate. Yeah, you're advocating too much. Strategy. So stress is on strat. But Ayush, listen to this first, okay? तान्या is like, क्या है? वो कुछ और बढ़ा रही है, कुछ और पूछ रहा है. तान्या का expression change होता रहता है. Yeah. So I'll take another example, guys. Okay. Oh, so nice. Sujal, wow, you've written that so well. Very good. You're welcome, Nitesh. Okay, guys, I'll just do one more example, then I'll let you go. Similarly, guys, the word graduate, if you use it as a noun, which means you guys, somebody who has just graduated, you are a graduate. You know how sometimes somebody asks you, what is your qualification? And you say, I'm a graduate. Yeah, you say that I'm a graduate. When I do that, I'm stressing on the first part and I say graduate, graduate. Yeah, but I'm also saying graduate, just graduate, like that. And then somebody asks you, when are you finishing college? And you say, I will graduate at the end of this year. Yeah, so when I graduate, this is the verb. That's why I'm saying graduate. Yeah, and I'm stressing on 8. When I graduate this year, I will be a graduate. Did everyone understand this? Yeah, noun versus verb. So this happens with a lot of words. A lot of words can be used as nouns also and verbs also, depending on how the word is being used in a sentence. Is it being used as a noun or adjective, or is it being used as a verb? The syllable stress will change. Just remember that for nouns and adjectives, the stress will be in the front, and for the verb, the stress will be in the end. Did everyone understand this? Yeah. Okay, guys. So on that note, we will end today's session. The recording link and the feedback link, both of them are in the chat. My channel name is Corporate Trainer Rajni. I will just write it for you here, guys. And on it, you will find a lot of these topics, but they're short, sort of like capsule videos, but I will still write it for you. But it can really work as a refresher, at least. If you really want to refresh your memory or what you learned, you can go there and just check out the video. So there is a video on syllable stress as well. Thank you so much for the incredible session today, you guys. Thank you, Nandini. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. You're welcome, Rama. All right, guys, do we have any questions before we go? Okay, no questions. Guys,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
you're welcome so much. You're welcome, Manish. Good night, Chandra Bhole. Guys, you don't have to. I'll miss you too, Harshika. Honestly, I'll miss you. But you guys can stay in touch with me on LinkedIn if you like. One quick question, ma'am. What's the one thing we focus on the most? In terms of pronunciation, I would say focus on syllable stress. If you start practicing syllable stress really well, your pronunciation will be so good. Don't focus too much on accents. If you notice the way I talk, I just use a lot of syllable stress, and that's how my accent also sounds more correct. So instead of focusing on British versus American, stress more on syllable stress. Thank you ma'am, for your beautiful session. Thank you, Akshita. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Okay. You're already missing me, Akshita. Okay, miss you too. For this, we haven't decided on an assignment, but I will discuss it with Akhil and Pooja. But I don't think we'll have. Okay, Tejas. I miss you guys. Okay, guys, you're already saying miss you, ma'am. I'm still here. Feedback link, because you can scroll up and you'll find the feedback link in the same chat box. Okay, there it is again, guys. Guys, you don't have to thank me individually. Manish, miss you so much, ma'am, already. I'll miss you guys too. Don't worry, guys, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, and you have my YouTube channel. You can always message me on LinkedIn. I will always reply. Tejas will vouch for that. I always reply to him as well. He's already started messaging me. So you can always get in touch with me on LinkedIn, guys, and you have my YouTube channel. You don't have to thank me individually, and you can use the feedback form for your words, kind words and requests, guys. So you can go and fill it in the feedback form that you want more sessions, for example. Yes. Okay, guys, we will end the session now. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you, Tejas. Thank you, Nitesh. All right, guys, bye-bye. Happy Holi, everyone. Thank you.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Holi.
Bye, guys. Radhe
Bye,
Radhe.
ma'am. Happy Holi.
Happy Holi, guys.
I hope so, ma'am, कि आपकी classes फिर से मिले हमें. That
Oh,
was
I hope
Thank you, ma'am.
amazing,
Bye
Sejal.
bye, ma'am.
I hope so, Tanya. Bye bye, guys. I will let Pooja end the session, guys. So, अब कभी भी end हो जाएगा, so bye बोल दो फटाफट. Bye bye. And I'll miss you guys.